Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. As you just watched right there, it pretty much explained everything you need to know. Just sign up at checkmategaming.com. You can play tons of different games. I mean, they've got chess. Of course, they've got Rogue Company. They've got other games like Call of Duty, the Black Ops, the Warzone, the Battle Royales, the multiplayers. They've got Valorant, all types of things. But now let's get to what we are all been waiting for. My name is realBluTV. I'm joined with Rome on the cast, and now is the time. It is the grand finals, right? Turtle, the defending champions, look to hold their title and to repeat for the second time in a row against a team that has won the first four $10,000 events. This is the July $10,000 Road Company Showdown brought to you by CheckmateGaming.com. And it is going to be super exciting. We also need to note that Right Turtle is coming from the losers bracket. So if they win the first best of five, the bracket gets reset because Justus Roco hasn't lost a single set yet. They've been in the winners bracket the entire time. So if they end up losing, it resets the bracket and we go to another best of five. But hey, I'm okay if it resets. That's less Olympics for me, but it's whatever. Rome, how you feeling going into this first matchup between these two teams, or the second time they met today, but the first match of the grand finals?
You know what's great about this game is I love it so much. As long as every single game in this series is a good game, that's all I'm worried about. Doesn't matter which way it goes for me. It can go with Right Turtle winning back-to-back championships, or it can go back to the four-time champions in Justus. It's going to be really interesting to see both teams extremely high caliber in that first best of five. Every single map was amazing to watch, and it was super good. Super good. I cannot wait for this series. I'm a little bit hoping that it goes to the second best of five, but we'll see how it goes. And we're going to be showing the maps right now, and I'm hyped to see what the first series of five is going to look like. I wonder who's it
Yes,
going to
let's
be
take a look at
favoring.
that series layout. It will be Skyfell on each end and in the middle. That's a lot of Skyfell, actually. We're going to be playing it on Demolition for game number one. Favelas will
So
be King of the Hill game two. Skyfell for Strikeout. Breach for King of the Hill if we need it in game four. And Skyfell for Demolition. The reason why we're seeing so much Skyfell today, ladies and gentlemen, Rome, is because Canal was taken out of the game today. We weren't even prepared for that. So it was taken out this morning. We had to kind of pivot. Skyfell was the replacement. That's why. That's what happens.
yeah, very interesting situation we got here. We'll see if that does change, but it's going to be very, very interesting. Right now, Skyfell Demolition for map number one. How this is going to play out, not exactly sure. Both of these teams are very, very good at Skyfell Demolition. I will say, though, that Justus does have a little bit of the upper hand. I believe that they actually played Skyfell. Was Skyfell in that first series? Or was it only in this last series that we just watched?
They played Demolition on Skyfell last round against Best Snake, and then they also played Skyfell on Strikeout against Best Snake. And in the first matchup, they played against Justus Roco today. They played Skyfell and Strikeout. Their demolitions were Factory and Lockdown.
Got it. So they still have not played against Justus on Skyfell demo. So they've played Skyfell a lot, but this situation
Yeah,
is
we've
new.
seen Breach already today. We've seen Skyfell a few times. We've seen Favelas King of the Hill as well. It's a lot of familiarity between the three sets that we're gonna, this and the first two sets that we've seen today. But hey, it's okay because teams can adapt nonetheless. I mean, they've got to find some way, and it looks like we will get Canals. It has been updated. There is the possibility that Canals is ready to be played. We will try. We'll get in there into the demolition. So our demolition will be Canals for game number one. Now, this I like because it's something that neither team has played today so far. So if it's back in there and it's ready and it's available and it loads in for this custom game, I'm excited. What do you think? What are you thinking here, Rome, for
If
Canals?
it is Canal's Demolition, I will say this. I've seen Right Turtle struggle on this map a multitude of times. If you guys remember last month in the final, I believe it was one of the qualifiers, It was the first matchup where they were going up against Hefty Cormorant in round 1. They actually got 8-1 against Hefty Cormorant last month, and that was Who's Dat and Canny and that team with P Story at the time. And they really struggled on this map with offense, and they never really addressed that. And they have been open in saying that they have not practiced as much coming into this tournament as they would have hoped. So that means that they most likely have not gotten that Canals Demolition practice in that is honestly looks so necessary for them last month. And the fact that Justus has their original 4th in ink back on their roster, I don't see them losing this Canals Demolition. I expect them to know exactly what comp they want to go, as we definitely saw Justus play Canals Demolition already. I believe that they went down 0-5 against the console squad, and then they won 8 rounds in a row. I'm pretty sure that that's what happened. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is what happened
yesterday. Actually, that was Beefy Magpie versus Justus Roco. The console squad is what we call them because they all play on next gen consoles. They don't just play on PS4s or whatever the current gen Xbox is. Xbox. You can't just name it something simple, huh? You got to add all these extra letters and special symbols at the end of everything, whatever it may be. And they all look like mini fridges. But anyways, they play on next-gen consoles. There's a lot of teams out there that play on consoles, but that team, Beefy Magpie in particular, next-gen console, they've made it very far in this 10K. They made it pretty far in the 10K before as well as the one before that. So the past 3 10Ks, they've been doing pretty good. They've been improving as well. But back to the story at hand here. Map 1, the bans have come in. Anvil being banned out by Right Turtle and Fixer being banned out by Justus. So Justus says, you know what? We can go back to our Fixer ban. That's fine. We feel comfortable being able to do that against Right Turtle. And Right Turtle banning out Anvil, saying we still don't want them to play Anvil. But that didn't work out for them on Factory in their first matchup today because their glitch was, and I hate to say this about such great players, but for a lack of better terms, it just was awful. It did not work out in their favor. So Anvil being banned this time, what do you expect them to bring out if we're going to Canals on demo?
I wouldn't be surprised if we bring out a Ronin Dahlia here on defense. I know that it's a reveal-heavy offensive map, so if you know that EMS is going to go glitch or one player is going to go glitch, it's very smart to have an actual reveal like a Seeker to play the other side of the map. That way it's not just one character. Obviously, Talon, he can get directly countered by Ronin, especially the Dahlia. If they link together, then that is going to be extremely potent. I'm just excited to see this. Let's just hop into the action, man.
Hey, we're going to be hopping into the game here, Rome, so don't worry. Your excitement is going to have some substance here. All right, as we are loading into Canals, it seems like it is starting to work out for us. I think it might not just be available for Strikeout for the time being, but for Demolition, fingers crossed, we're hopping in right now. As the bans right there on your screen once again, Anvil, Fixer being taken out of play. And, we've seen glitch being used on this map before, but just never successfully on the attacking side in the past 2 days. I think we saw it a few times yesterday from Beefy Magpie against Justus.
Yeah, now if you remember, Chalk got banned when they went down 5-0, Chalk against the console squad, as we call them. The console squad banned Chalk against them simply because they like to use this Chalk to push out that backside of B site with the flashes and the rage. That is their number one play that they like to do. So they took it away from them and were able to go up 5-0. Now they have that play back, so they're going to feel very comfortable. And now they're going up against a glitch on defense. So the glitch is going to have a fun time. He's going to need to be that island player. We saw Emes. He might have messed up a little bit on Factory, but right now he said this is for the $10,000. This is the $10,000 plays, and I'm ready to make them. I'm sure Emes is going to bring out all the stops right here, as he is definitely one of the best padded step players in the game. And you can already see he's going to head over toward that A side and be that solo player for his squad. Now, on the offensive side, there is zero.
Hey, wait a second here. You just totally changed your whole mentality towards Emes on the glitch here. I mean, he might be a great padded steps player, but he did not do well on the glitch. So he's really got to step up his game here this time
big
around
time.
against this same exact team as well. The glitch will be on the defensive side. For the offense, they've brought out the Chalk, and you mentioned Chalk being banned out for their offense yesterday was a big deal because that is a large part of their strategy on this map for their attacking side. Gronky has been seen, has the grenade primed. That's a nice down onto Gronky from Prosper. Tries to confirm it, but will not work out. Can he do so with the gun? Yes, sir. And already, with 55 seconds on the clock, one member is out. That's Gronky. That's a huge. No Halo drones available if the bomb gets put down.
Yeah, and right now you already see Emes. He doesn't have fattest steps right now. Bought a flash, so he knows that Frag is right on the other side. Is going to be hitting him. Frag, I don't know if he meant to roll inside, but he did anyway. Flash is not going to connect. Now, is he going to take the 1v2? He is going to try and get out, but Emes does go down, sadly. And right now that rage is going to be popped. Prosper trying to get away. The Ronin in slop. Going to need to win that one. And yes, he does with the help of Pulza. And they take them out in the middle area. And that is a 1-0 for the side of Right Turtle.
Speaking of 1-0, 1 down for Frag out and zeros for the rest of the team. The Chalk being a large part of their offensive strategy, but not working out there in round 1, the pistol round. I mean, pistol rounds, it used to be so important, then it was kind of not as important. Now I think they're starting to be just as, if not more important than they have ever been. Because you see a lot of people going out there buying grenades, buying incense, buying C4s. Those are $5,000. And if you don't get a down, even if you get one down and win the round, you might still not have enough money for a primary. So you got to make sure that not only do you win the round, but you go out there and you put some damage in, whether you get some assists or some knocks.
Yeah.
Now we see them moving towards the A site.
Real quick, I just want to talk about the reason that they're doing this so fast. They have 0 intel characters on their team. So they essentially are trying to 4v whatever is waiting for them as they're playing against a Ronin who can't be revealed. They didn't go any revealing characters simply because they expected to go against a Ronin. So they decided to go with the pushing characters instead. 2 downs already coming in, but Rez is coming out fast. Bomb is going to try to get planted. Not sure if it's going to get completed, though. No, doesn't look like it. As right now, Delena does go down, and they're just getting swarmed on this little cut area. So many downs going down. It's going to be about who gets revived. It's currently a 2v2. Is any revives going to be found or not? And that's another down coming in on the side of Ink. Great shots, and now Emes is all alone with low HP. Yeah, don't even go for the res. Just go ahead and get that kill. You'll get the res later, but he bled out, unfortunately. But that is a tied-up game, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1. Ink went massive.
Yeah, Ink did go massive that round. We talked about it. I mean, look at that. 5 downs total in that round for the side of Justus. 1 for Gronky. 4 of those 5 coming out from Ink. So pretty much a 4K for him there, even though one member did get revived. But that's just to say, I mean, no reveal characters. Slobodopolis playing the Ronin. Pretty much your passive is irrelevant except for when you shoot your gun, you won't show up on the radar. Whoop-de-doo, right? And then you have the whole objective is you got to be able to gather some intel from this glitch. He wasn't able to do so. You talked about no reveals on the side of the offense. Not even a tracker round can come out from that side. I mean, they are going in blind every time. So they've got to play aggressive. They've got to get aggressive off of it, and that's exactly what they're doing. Ink finds Slop once again, and then afterwards, he'll start to retreat with the rest of his team back through the middle warehouse. He did get a couple shots in the back, but not enough to take him down as their rotation is coming through into the ship onto the A side of the map. And now Glitch, Emis is there. They're 1 member short in this next fight. They're going to have to win this straight up. They see 2 of them crossing over, now coming back. A little bit of a fake there just to gather some intel. The intel was Glitch shot at him. Now they know where he is. Semtex. But nothing happens from it, but a nice grenade from Frag out. Pulsa did find Gronky, and a grenade from Prosper finds Frag out as well. Downs another. Can't get the revive, has to try and go for it. Now trying to find the shots. Jumps over, can't survive because of the rocket from Delena. but it's an even trade. A 2v1 now. Trench, the only member on the defensive side. Bomb still has not been planted. 25 seconds remaining. He has sights on both of them. They can plant this bomb and force him to push, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Ink planting the bomb, frag out, overwatching them, and now the shots coming from both sides. Ink on the little delayed peak, and they sit in the lawn chair as they take another round for themselves. A 2-1 lead. They were losing 1-0, and they've just taken 2 straight here, Rome.
Yeah, yet again, just another fast push. They have 0 intel. They are just going to absolutely push out any area that they want and do it with lightning speed. They tried to do it on B first round. Ended up not working out just because Garanki ended up getting pre-naded. But right there, you guys saw the mid push out. They pushed out that character in that mid cut, and that's all they needed to do to get control for the round to work an A plan. And that's just beautiful plays out of them. And it looks like this is going to be an A push yet again. It's going to be fast. It is very easy to do an A push fast rather than a B push fast. It looks like right now Ink gonna be watching that cross. It's a little niche cross. You can watch. A lot of Lancer mains know about it. You can stand there and watch the entire full flank, anyone crossing over inside of this B boat. And I believe he might have gotten some intel on somebody crossing back. So it looks like this is going to be a fast B push. It's going to be a delayed fast B push. So we'll see how the defense reacts to it, if they're going to be able to see this coming, as I believe all 4 players are over there with them.
Yes, and Ronan's starting to rotate back. Right. Prosper still playing on the back of blue. Bomb is planted, and it will do so successfully. Grenades coming out from both members of each team there in B long as they try and fight for superiority of that positioning. Semtex comes out, doesn't find anything from it. Ink still playing with danger. Slop falling super low, has to back up. There are some APSs on the back of B to help them out, but it doesn't matter. Emis finds Gronky, but Gronky was able to find a triple kill before he went down. Now we're stuck in a 1v1 situation. It's Glitch and Shock. Glitch trying to get the bomb defused, but Ink is sitting right on top of it. Delana still feeding out intel until he was full killed there and goes for the hack, and that's when Ink knows that he can go for that play.
Yeah, that was just such a smart play, because anyone that has ever played Glitch knows the worst thing you can do is get caught out when you click that ult, because you are stuck for about 2 seconds doing some really cool looking animation, but at the same time you can't shoot back. And so the second that hack started to come out, he rolled forward and immediately took the gunfight, because guess what? You can't win a gunfight you ain't ready for. And he was not ready for that one with his iPhone out. We got ourselves a 3-1 lead now for the side of Justus Roco on the offense. This used to be a reveal intel meta, and now they're changing it very quickly as the quote-unquote best team in 2021 is making some changes to the meta right here in the grand finals, going 0 intel and being up 3-1. They got their chalk, and they're making the most of it.
Yes, making the most of it, of course. They've put Trench Barb in that doorway in the mid this time. They don't want Ink to run through there and catch them from behind once again. They do have eyes on Ink, and Emis, with a little help from the MXR from Trench, able to take him down. He'll get revived pretty easily, however. They take out 1 barbed wire. Remember, those do damage now. You can melee them out again. That's back, which I still don't think is possible in real life, but, you know, it is what it is. We'll see at HRX. I'll bring some barbed wire. Rome, your job is to punch it and make it disappear.
Yeah, we'll see how well that action works. I actually did think that when you punch the barbed wire, you were taking damage as well, but I guess you don't take damage punching it.
So you should.
Walking through it. Yeah, I thought that's what it was going to be as well.
I'm pretty sure your knuckles would be ripped up if you punched it, but hey, nonetheless, there's still 1 barb on the map. It's in the middle, but that's irrelevant now. Grenade comes through into B long, but that's from the back on the bottom shelf, kind of, I like to call it. So it won't get anything from it. The bomb has been planted on the B side as well. Ink finishing one off with the Semtex. Gronky finds Prosper once again. Prosper did find Ink. It's a 2v4. Make that 3. Switchblade goes down. Trying to win a fight is Emis. and Slop, they both win their fights. Emis finds a second one, but Ink back up again for the second time he got revived. And then he loses that gunfight, Emis, with just 6 health to his name. Oh my! Hello! The glitch from Emis is really stepping up the play. Maybe it's just Factory's not his map. Wow! Brings them within 1. It's 3-2 now.
The thing about Canals is that it's so open as glitch. You get so much spacing. You're able to really recognize exactly where these players are at. Unlike Factory, we saw him walking back and forth, trying to do a lot of thinking. This one is very straightforward with the glitch gameplay. So really not surprised to see him performing well for his squad here. And right there, it was just an amazing clutch up by Emes to win that one. Beautiful stuff for him as a player, showing why he's considered one of the top players in the game yet again, making $10,000 plays.
Glitch heading back towards the A site, trying to grab some intel. He's going to be able to see Gronky here on his iPhone. That is close enough, I believe, to where he will show up. He doesn't know exactly where he is. It's not an actual reveal on his screen, but on his little pad, he can see that he is near him. Gronky does have the bomb as well. He doesn't know where Emis is, so he's kind of just waiting. Can't hear him either. Both of them with padded steps, they could walk right past each other and not notice until it's too late. Emis, this is a chess match here. Who can make the first move? Who will make the mistake of showing face?
Yeah, and right now, the reason he's walking back and forth is because he's making sure that that player isn't going to move. He's making sure that that player is going in and out of his radar right at that spot. And now Emes is going to know that that player moves. So I really want to see how Emes is going to react. Yeah, he's going to keep following him. Yep, exactly. This is the smart play as Glitch, because Glitch has free flanks. As long as there isn't a player watching it, it looks like he's going to catch him right out front. Oh, man.
Oh, and he has been seen. He has shown face. He let him go, but Emis is coming back. He might have tried and tricked him to see that he left.
But he's going to be on
now
his
he's just going back and forth, trying to see the mini game within the game. That is what is happening between Gronky and Emis at the current time. Emis is going to relay this information.
Now the
Ronan
bomb
checks
goes down.
this corner. Yeah, bomb gets planted, but Ronan checks that with a nade. No one's there, so now he can relay the information back to Emis and say, listen, he's watching you. He's a lot closer to you than you think. Being revealed and shot in the back by Ronan. Emis doing a great job of just waiting that out. They take out 2 members. Now, Kestrel did fall. She was the only one. 2 members down for the defensive side. Frag out being the equalizer. Another member goes down for the defense. It's just Glitch once again. Flashbang comes out. Can he win this gunfight against 1 member? He can. And now he's got just Delana in his face. The bomb ticking away. And this is not looking good for the defensive side. Delana has to wait this out. And Emis wins it again, but it doesn't matter. The bomb explodes. Just a second sooner. Look at the scoreboard. Emis, if he just had maybe 2 to 3 seconds, could have ran back and gotten that defuse. But wow, still able to win that gunfight. Rome, Emis has really stepped it up here this time around with the glitch.
Yeah, definitely stepped it up. I kind of wanted to stay on with that 1v1 at the backside. It was very interesting. What ended up happening was Emes hopped over, took the challenge. Gronky ran away at the exact time that Glitch made his move. Glitch was able to shoot him in the back, get him track arounded, because Glitch already has his track arounds. And that Kestrel, she's going to be able to be revealed very, very easily with those. And they were able to get the pinch from the cut with those track arounds. So he was able to make the play. Sadly, he couldn't get the defuse off, but still an amazing play out of Emes on this Glitch. Right now, we got Ink. Looks like he is going to be pushing out the cut. Sorry about that. I noticed that Claymore, nice Claymore by Polza, able to get 2, and that's the Dahlia. And man, that is going to make this round so much harder to win. Wow.
Yeah, that was a great trip mine. Now he gets to push with his teammate. Ink throws the Simtex. That did find Pulsa, but Pulsa is going to get revived. He also was able to put enough bullets into Ink before he went down to that Semtex, so even trade out. Switchblade, the only member alive, Delana, that is, for the attacking side. They still have the lead 4-2. This is the final round of this half, so if he loses this, they still have the lead going into their defensive stance 4-3. And the past couple of weeks we've said, this map very defensive favored. We saw that yesterday when Justus Pro fell 5-0 to a defensive beefy Magpie, but then they came back, was able to win it 8-5. They were on the defensive side. I think he's trying to kill himself. Doesn't want to jump off the map because he'll lose money.
Halftime.
But it's also halftime, so I'm thinking just do it. Who cares?
Yeah, rocket at the feet, fun way to go out. Let's see how they do this. Okay, Frag is going to be back on the Ronin. Now, this is what we saw them play yesterday when they didn't drop a round. I believe it was the exact same comp, except for a chalk. I believe that they had I forgot what the other rogue, because chalk was banned, so I forgot what rogue they ended up using in place of chalk. But either way, it might have been Trench,
something that
didn't
work for their offense.
Yeah, but either way, they're going to be on defense now. So a defensive chalk. What do you think about that as a defensive chalk instead of potentially going?
Hey, we've seen it from this team before
like that
on many different maps as well. There, if anyone can pull it off, it's this team. We've seen Right Turtle try to run a defensive chalk a few times in the past. Just didn't work out as well as it does for Ink and the rest of Justus. So we'll see how it goes this time around. 4-3, Justus lead here in game number 1 of our grand finals as we are dropping in our second half of Canals. The link will be from Dahlia onto the chalk as well for the defensive side. Meanwhile, on the offensive side, Switchblade will be the person Dahlia is linking to. I believe that is Prosper on that Switchblade, meaning Pulsa playing the Dahlia. He's done a great job, minus the strikeout games on the Dahlia. Ronin coming out once again for both teams. No real reveals for anyone.
Is Slop on Ronin?
Is Ronin immune to the iPhone?
No. She can be hacked. She can be seen on it.
Yes.
Everything.
That's what I'm saying. No, so not just being hacked, but being seen. That's the main important thing here because there's no other reveals coming out. Ronin's going to come out, so why bother picking Seeker or Dallas, which has been so meta on these maps before? Now with Glitch, though, you can see the Ronin.
Yeah, you can see her. The difference in these two teams' playstyles on offense is grossly different, honestly. Like, one team is looking to use a chalk as their flash character to push it out. Another team is using their flash character to get slow intel and slowly, methodically go to one site where the defense is going to know exactly where they're at. So, two different strategies. Not sure which one is going to work out more. The 4-3, it's a pretty even game. One round separates the two. This is going to be a very, very big round, though. This pistol round is going to mean a lot for the rest of the game and how it's going to go. Beautiful knife.
Hiding behind that box, but gets taken out. They knew he was there. The smoke comes out, so they used the Ronin ballistic knife. Worked out perfectly. Also, however, did end up going down and get finished off. Ink finding another one with the pistol from behind. Hello, turn around. Slop finally did and took him out. But not before Ink found a double. Slop gets taken out by Delana and then finished off.
Yeah, and they had no time to plant the bomb at that point, and that's the problem with waiting until 20 seconds to make your move, is that if you get in a situation where you might actually have an advantageous position, you need to capitalize on it, but they can't do that with only 5 seconds left, and all they had to do was shoot that rocket over onto that B site, kill that player off the bomb, and that's all she wrote.
Emis has really stepped it up this game in the first half. The second half, however, Slop was making some plays, but Ink, Delana just put a wrench into those plans of the attacking side. This time, look how aggressive Ink is playing. This is why he's on the chalk. Can get out, can dodge roll when he's down, and also has the ability to just rage up if he gets caught in a bad situation here. Enough health to get out, hopefully. He goes up. I think he heard some footsteps. Maybe that's why he's backing up. He gathered some intel for his team. Remember, no reveals.
Yeah, he heard Prosper at the back end of the boat. He was pushing him pretty fast. He already had eyes on 2 people crossing. So once you have eyes on 3 people in that situation, you don't really need to play up. You could just tell your team. That way they know it's most likely going to be a B push. Just got to watch for the rotations and for that one player. They naded each
Frag
other.
and Pulse trading nades, saying, hey,
Yeah,
I don't like this. You can have this one. No, you can have this one. Let's trade grenades. That's exactly what happened there. The revives will come through. Slop also went down, but he'll get revived. Or excuse me, not Slop. I was looking at Ronan on the wrong side there, but Ronan nonetheless was frag, went down, gets picked up. So the revives on both sides did come through. Bomb has been planted, by the way, 25% through, and oh my goodness, being able to spot that out. That is a keen eye, my friend. Slop did find Delana, finished him off as well. Rage up comes through, but Emis turns the corner to help out Pulsa. And they find that down. Gronky falling super low. Look at who he's facing here. Can he get the picks? No, sir. Emis, once again, with little to no health to his name, finds the down. 15 of them, to be exact, this game. 18 elims with 2 assists. Well, now, 5-4. They gained 1. They were down by 2. Now they only trail by 1. Stepping it up here on the offensive side is Right Turtle.
Yeah, and this right now is looking like Inc. versus EMS as they're battling it out. Both of them well and beyond ahead as the top fraggers for their respective teams. And Inc., man, he has shown the reason that he is so necessary for this squad. You know, last month when Right Turtle were the champions, they didn't have Inc. on their team. You know, Inc. got eliminated in a qualifier. He tried to play with another team one time. It ended up not working out. Somebody took him out. Not going to say who, but, you know, currently up 5-4, though.
We get it, Rome. It was you, man. You don't have to be humble, okay? You don't have to be humble.
I might have taken out Inc., man. It was a good feeling. What can I say? But, yeah, currently 5-4. That res is going to come
feel good.
Oh!
Let it be known. Frag out finds Pulsa with the nade. Also finished out Emis. Bomb still not planted. Minute 10 on the clock, and everything is falling apart for Right Turtle. All 4 members still standing for the defense of Justus. Pulsa finally dying out. Only 2 members remaining. That launcher did not look good as soon as he shot it. Slop falls as well. This looks like it could be a 6-4 lead for Justus.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Oh, my goodness. What a sight. You see that guy just banging his chest running past the doorway.
Yeah, and it's so smart because he knows that he can't shoot during that rage anymore with that update. So while he saw him in that corner, he ran right back across the doorway to the other side because he still couldn't shoot before challenging. It's just smart plays out of Inc. The movement from him is absolutely superb, and they are up 6-4 in this first map of the Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if Justus Roco do win this first series, it is over. Now, if Right Turtle win this series, then we force another best of 5 as they were the team that came from the losers bracket. It is very difficult to do, but it's definitely not impossible. And a thing that I do want to bring up is that currently it is 5 o'clock West Coast time. That means it is 8 p.m. Eastern time. That means it is 2 a.m. currently for Slop, EMS, Prosper. They are very tired, and they are going to be getting to that point, so I hope that they have the coffee on and brewing, because it's going to be a late one for them if they want to go to a second best of 5. That could be a few more hours.
Yes, we did go. I mean, these 2 teams last month went to a second best of 5. Justus Pro were the team coming from the losers bracket. They forced a bracket reset and ended up losing that second best of 5 in 4 games. 9 out of the total 10 that could be played happened there, and it is 7-4 now. That was just as quick as it happened. It was over. That round completely being controlled by the defensive side of Justus Roco. They just pushed into him and got very aggressive. Look at Inc. I mean, Emis is up there with them, but Inc. running away with it. You said, how do you like the chalk on defense? Well, I think it's going well there, Rome.
Yeah, it's going perfectly, and this is the reason you ban Chalk from them on this map. People are starting to realize, I don't know if they are, but I'm starting to realize there are certain maps in Demolition that you just ban certain rogues against Cute Hamster. Excuse me, Justus Roco now. It used to be Cute Hamster last month. They did get picked up by the org Justus, though, which is amazing to see. And you start to learn. You ban Lancer against them on Skyfell because you know they are so used to having Lancer, and they've been winning with Lancer on Skyfell for so long, for 5+ months, especially before the bans were there. Nobody could stop them from playing it. And now on this map right here, you ban Chalk. We've seen the console squad. They were a team that shocked the world, honestly, shocked everyone in the stream by even being up 5-0 in that situation. But they were able to do it simply because they did not allow this Chalk to come through. And right now, Ink is on the Chalk. He's up top and he's ready to go crazy. He's going to win that one. Life drain up. He doesn't even need to hit his ult yet. He's peeking over. Simtex might line it up, might get it down, not going to.
Yes, Emis is the one who was able to sneak up, find Ink, downs him again after the revive came through. Frag did find Slop, however. Glitch being the only member alive for Right Turtle, and everything and their hopes of taking game one hinge on this play. Currently, bomb in his hand. Has his iPhone out, going for the EMP, which means he's vulnerable to attack, but it won't happen just yet. Smoke comes out. See if he can plant the bomb. They know where he is easily.
Yeah, and that is it as they take him out. Delena standing over the body, and they're shooting bodies. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is body shooting time for sure. My goodness. And yeah, they're feeling extremely good right now. The reason for the body shooting, my goodness, Frag, yeah, this is kind of personal. You know, they did take away a big chunk of change from them last month as they did get knocked out early, taking home that second place last month. They were pretty salty about it. They're taking pictures. They're doing everything. They're laughing, dropping every emote, the L emote, the crying emote, all these amazing emotes that are in the Rogue Company game, and right back to shooting the bodies. Man, oh man, 17 for Ink. Absolutely amazing stuff out of him, man. He was absolutely the factor for that squad.
Yes, 17 downs for Ink on the Chalk. You said, how do I feel about the Chalk on defense? Well, I feel even better than I did going into that defensive round. I mean, Justus Pro, they find ways to win. You even said it yesterday, just the fastest way to adapt on the fly, and the best team at doing so is Justus Pro. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replays. Rome, the Demolition was won the first time around by Right Turtle. This time Justus Pro take it. So could we see the respawns going in favor of Right Turtle, or does Justus look way too good right now?
I think Justus is looking extremely clean. Honestly, Ink is looking in prime form. If I had to give an MVP right now for this tournament, I know it's not over, but Ink is definitely my choice for the MVP. He has been absolutely demolishing teams left and right, not mattering who it is, clutching up so many situations like this one, just smart plays back to back. You can tell he definitely locked in this morning. He ate his Wheaties because he was winning everything except for that one against Emes. Emes clutched that one against him, which was extremely nice. Emes was doing all he could. He matched him with 17 downs. And then he had Slop with the nice Ronin knife plays, wasn't able to get the finish with the grenade, sadly. And then it came down to shooting bodies, taking photos. You love the emotes, man. Love to see it. 8-4 for Justus Roco. They are 2 maps away from being your $10,000 champions of Rogue Company.
2 maps away indeed, but, hold the celebrations. We never know what could happen between these two teams in Rogue Company, especially in best of fives. They went full 5 games in their first matchup today in their winners final. So, maybe Favela's King of the Hill will be our game 2. We saw these two teams play a game for Favela King of the Hill.
And yeah, we got Favela's King of the Hill that is going to be loading up. That is going to be map number 2, as you guys can see on your screen. A little bit of technical difficulties. Just got to refresh some things. No big deal. We got Favela's. As we've said before, this is going to be a target ban. This is going to be a straight target ban city, if you will, as I assume that Lancer is going to be banned by the side of Justus against Right Turtle, and it looks like the other ban is going to be Lancer for the side of the Turtle. So they do not want Delina on that Vi, and they don't want Emes on that Lancer. That means we are going to be seeing some Fixer gameplay, which is going to be amazing, as we've seen some awesome Fixer gameplay so far today with that Deadeye, which is such an amazing 3-tap burst. If you're able to get that life drain as well, it is just going to be looking great for you. And right now, Favela's going to be loading up the next match. It is kind of interesting. I actually do want to know, if production wouldn't mind telling me, who hosted the first map. As one of these teams, one of these teams is European and one of these teams is North American. It is kind of nice to know who is getting the host for each map as well, as that does factor in with ping slightly and things like that. Just another thing I could talk about, things like that. But Favela's King of the Hill. It's going to be hopping in right now. So let's go ahead and get in with the action. We're not going to be missing a beat. So right now, Favelas, we got the fly into that. You guys see the Jaguar 1468. It's been there forever. Go read the statue if you haven't. It's a beautiful thing. You love the game Road Company, man. So many details in every single map. It's absolutely beautiful. Love the basketball court. You can shoot with the basketball emoji into the hoop. Really fun things. Love this game, man. And we got Switchblade going to be hovered for Prosper. We've seen him on the Switchblade multiple times. Looks like Emes hovering the vibe, but that's just going to be to ban it, as that is going to be their ban, as you see it disappearing right there. And right now, we're going to be in the Select Your Rogue stage, and it's time to lock it in. Is Prosper going to be hard locking that bad boy in immediately? Let's see if it's going to be Switchblade for him. They are hovering Scorch as well. We've seen Emes play the Scorch. That is something that they are capable of pulling it out. It is going to be an Anvil on the side for Frag. Now, this is interesting. I have not seen Frag play Anvil ever in life. Now, you guys have to remember, Frag has been playing with other people that can run Anvil essentially his entire career. This might be his first Anvil. Like, he's level 0 on it in pubs, but also I've never seen him play it in customs. I've never seen him play it in anything. But it looks like they need Ink on that Chalk. They need Delina on that Switchblade. They need Gronky on that Fixer. And I guess they felt like Anvil was just a good enough pick for them. And that's what they're going to end up going with. I'm very surprised that Fragout is going to be on the Anvil. It's a great pick, but I've never seen him play on it. So this is going to be all about how he performs in this situation. Is Fragout going to be able to use the LMG, LM Fragout? Haven't seen it yet. But we're about to find out right now as we are hopping in. And man, new rogues popping out. Grand finals up 1-0. Feeling good, maybe? Who knows? Maybe this is the time where we see the best Anvil in the game. Who knows? He's always played with people like Bobster, people like Ink, people that are known as the best Anvils in the game. And, when you've been teaming with Bobster for so long, you got to learn a thing or two about Anvil. So let's go ahead and see as they're going to be throwing out those pre-flashes. Prosper going to be going the long way, making sure he doesn't get flashed. Really smart of him. That way, both rockets are going to be landing. Both going to be doing a little bit of damage. Nice catch roll coming out. That's definitely going to be getting Ink. And right now, Pulls are going to be trying to make this nice zip play. Coming up top tree. Going to be getting control of this bad boy. And using those flashes and that rage to try and do something. There's the flash going to be on Small Garage. Going to most likely be popping that rage once they get confirmation. C4 out. Gets him down to 6 HP, but the rage gets him back up to 81. Shout out to Kobe. And here we go. Chalk going to be reloading that gun, getting ready for the push with the rest of his team. And he's going to be pushing in real quick. Going to be looping around instead, not going to go through that Fixer smoke. Pulza going massive, but Ink winning that one. And if we could hop on with Ink, Ink has been absolutely terrorizing on this Chalk. I really want to see Ink's POV as there he is. There's that bad boy using that Chalk skin, and that one, it shows how he's been playing, man. Rough and tough, raggedy, going for all these crazy plays. Look at that. That is a disgusting Chalk skin, man. That one's been out for about 9-10 months now. And he's going absolutely berserk on it. Gonna be popping that rage. A player's gonna be long to challenge him. He is gonna be taken out. Not gonna be getting that pinch onto that B hill. But it's not really gonna matter, as already they are up 47-7. Up 40 points on this B hill. Now this B hill, you're typically not gonna see a lot of points taken on it. Right now, Right Turtle does have control of it, able to get 2 downs on Ink and Delina again, downing Ink twice. Harder than it looks, but they were able to do it. To keep him off the hill, and they might be able to bring this back up to a tie game. If they keep this up for another 10 seconds, that should be the last time that Gronky and Frag are going to try to push this site. And like I said, they're going to be heading over to this next hill, and Frag out already spawning up there with Gronky right after they died. Man, spawning up at the next hill, fortunate for them, as they're going to be getting early control of next, but giving up all this scrap time. Hey, what's up? How's it going, man? Good to hear from you. But Ink, yeah, Ink is going to be taking out another player with the help of Gronky, and they're going to be controlling these back spawns as they need to get him going. Right now, Shock going to be popping that rage, going through the smoke, not able to take out Emes. Emes has been absolutely terrorizing on this Fixer, showing what Fixer can do in these situations. And right there, you got to win those. You got high ground and everything, but the 24S put you and gave you the L. That's simple. Right now.
Yeah, but Slop was able to find a double himself. And now Frag getting chased out. C4 comes in and it connects. Pulsa also found Gronky. Everything going awry for the side of Justus Roco here. No, they won the demolition. This set is far from over.
And right now, Ink going to be rotating right over 30 seconds. You're going to start to see this rotation toward this final hill. Now, we've seen that teams have had these weird final hills where they hold it for the whole time up until like the 30-second mark until the hill, and then they lose it, and then they never get it back. So let's see how this final hill is going to play out. Right now, a gigantic lead for the side of Right Turtle, as it looks like Justus hasn't gotten a point since that B hill, sadly, as they were right at that 47-second mark. Right now, Ink just trying to lock it down on this Jaguar positioning. They're currently down 70 points. They're going to need to have a massive hold, as there's only 65 points left in this round before we reach a sudden death. But they were able to fully wipe the side of Right Turtle, and that means that there's going to be a total of 2 pushes left remaining. So the second that we hit sudden death is going to be the second that this is going to be a tie game. So ladies and gentlemen, that clock at the top, that 47-second mark, is all you need to look at.
Slop finds another one with the Halo drones. He's been doing a great job on this Kestrel. Only time he's played it today. The first time I think they brought out Kestrel for their team. Emes now getting shot from 2 different angles. They'll end up falling. 120 on the board for Right Turtle. All they need to do is break back into this one time with 20 seconds remaining. They just cannot allow the sudden death to go off. And that's exactly what happened in the first matchup against Justus. They allowed them to, I think it was over 120 points at one point they gathered from their sudden death. Now they finally get back in. Pulsa on the objective. It is being neutralized because of the Switchblade. Finisher off, and you might just win this. Emes finds another one. Emes finds 2. Slop also on the backside found one as well. 13 downs for Emes on the Fixer.
Switching sides.
The first round will go in favor of Right Turtle.
Yeah, great stuff coming out of them. Emes, 13 downs already. And like we said, you can't ban him out. He's going to do amazing on any rogue that you leave open. Whether it's Lancer, whether it's Fixer, he's vibing. You see him hitting the emotes. He's saying, we're going to tie this bad boy up 1-1, win this King of the Hill how we're supposed to. And now it's all in the hands of Emes, as he currently is the leader for this squad. When it comes to kills, at least in King of the Hill, definitely the leader for this team. Now the flashbangs most likely going to be coming out for Chalk. Also the Rage. Kestrel ult, he didn't care. He ended up getting taken out by the combination of the gun and the ult. Just a great job by him. Emes, that C4 is not going to go far enough, but it is going to be able to zone them off. They got to at least shoot it if they want to walk in the door, which they haven't done yet. That ult is going to be amazing, and wow, Pulsa walking out, man on fire. He is going to be absolutely lit in a literal sense, but he's gonna live through it. And is he able to win this 1v with Ink? Yes, he is, and he procs the life drain. He's vibing now. He thought he was gonna win it all. Frag out trying to survive in the corner, not able to do it at his
Oh
best
my
of his
goodness,
ability.
Emes with the
Emes is
pistol.
just an absolute demon, my goodness.
And that's what happens when you have replenish on the Fixer. He's able, even with just the pistol in his hand, he's able to win that double. He got one before that as well, so a good triple in the past few moments for him. Prosper finds one. Pulsa did find Ink as well. Fighting for hill number 2 and control of it. 45-0. Right Turtle. They might just know that to beat Justus, they just have to win all 3 of these respawns. And they are working towards the first one here. Fragout does find Pulsa after Pulsa had found Ink. Emis finds Frag as well. Back and forth. Finally some points on the board for Justus, although it's only 2. Not exactly what they were aiming for. Inside the smoke, trying to hide inside a small little pocket that there is. And then turns the corner and instantly downs one. Swaps to the pistol. Helps find another. But instantly goes down afterwards. The objective still neutralized. 30 seconds, or just under 30 seconds remaining on that hill, and it goes back in favor of blue, being Right Turtle. Oh my goodness, this lead continues to be stretched.
And right now, only 10 seconds left on this hill. Currently a 70-point lead already, fighting for these spawns. It's going to be a war for them at the backside at this black truck. Right now, you can already see that the shield from Fragout has been put at the backside. So they're essentially saying, you can have the backside, you can't get in unless you want to come around to the window. Gronky does get taken out, though. Doesn't know if he sees this player that is in the deep corner. No, Delena was able to rat and take him out. And right now, they just need to fight from this front side. Prosper trying to get the pinch in. Delena did life drain, and oh my goodness, wow. He life drained at the perfect time, but ain't gonna come in and clean it up. And they're literally giving them spawns and flipping it with this anvil shield, making it advantageous for themselves. Beautiful stuff coming out of Justus Roco on this money hill. That is C.
Yeah, now they have control of the objective. They're starting to gain some points, shooting the toes underneath the shield. Don't know if that really worked out. Gronky finds Slop, though, with that C4. I couldn't really catch who that was fast enough, but Prosper looking like he might come back for one last test at this third hill. Meanwhile, Ink getting ready for hill number 4. The score was largely out of balance, but hill number 3 has really allowed Justus back into this game. And now they're only trailing by 5 with the last hill finally unlocked. 1:10 left on the clock.
But they were able to tie this bad boy up. So now on this 4th hill, it's going to be all about these big gunfights. And who's it? Oh, Ink. Absolutely disgusting accuracy coming out of him with that Deadeye. He's been using the sub this entire time. Immediately picked up a Deadeye and immediately 2-tapped a player. That right there.
While he was fading back behind cover as well. Very impressive.
Yeah, bro. That is just
to say the least. Nice shot coming out from him once again. He cannot miss, it seems like. And his teammates are cleaning up anything he shoots. But he finally goes down alongside Delena as well. Emis coming in with the pistol once more. No one's on the other side of Jag. They don't know that until the flashbang doesn't connect with anything. 114 on the board for Justus now. 81 for Right Turtle. They've only scored 2 points off this 4th hill. They need to get in there. It's now their opportunity to try and force sudden death. Gronky getting taken out as well as anyone else on the objective, which I believe was Frag. Now they're starting to gain some points, but it's sudden death. They've got to hold this for what needs to be 28 seconds at the time that sudden death began. That time is winding down, but they have to hold this. They do so perfectly by downing Gronky and Ink. And that's beautiful.
Oh,
but the problem is
beautiful plays, but if you get off the hill,
yeah, they stepped off. And when they stepped off, they only needed 2 points. So someone couldn't stand on there for 2 seconds. Oh, my.
Wow.
We're going to overtime here in game number 2.
Wow. They just literally gave that round away. Ink would have had to do a miracle play at the last second yet again. That was what he was setting up to do. You saw him at that barrier healing up. He was getting ready to do it. And then he didn't need to because they rolled off the hill. So, shout out to Justus for winning the round. I know they, at the end of the day, it's 1-1 at the top of the leaderboard, so that's all that matters. And this is going to be, might be bad for Emes as he's meeting a fully raged Shock. And Ink is going to be taking out Slop over here. And oh my goodness, he is trying to take out everybody by himself. Ink, one-man army right now, doing it all for his squad. That anvil shield is definitely seeming like a good idea right now for Frag. We haven't seen him on anvil. I'd actually love to see the scoreboard right now, see how he's performing on this character. Because right now, Prosper, it looks like Frag,
not too shabby.
downs.
I mean, Gronky's the one with only 8 downs, hasn't really done what he has done earlier today. But hey, you know, we'll cut him some slack for the first game. Back into it. They did take a little bit of a break. They had to watch Right Turtle play against Best Snake. Prosper finds a kill onto Gronky while we're talking about him. And you know, you said the anvil being played by Fragout. What's interesting is last time we saw these two teams play earlier today, the anvil was in the game on Favelas for King of the Hill, but it was being played by Right Turtle. So now they elect to bring in the Kestrel this time and not the anvil. We'll see how that works out for them. Both teams on game point here. Prosper working his way from water up top towards the tree. Can't get there in time to help his teammates. He's also waiting for someone on the backside spawn, and he finds him. It's Delana. Finds a second one on a frag. Pulsa took out Ink. Only one member stands. That's Gronky. Never mind. They take him out. They regain control of this objective and start to take away some points. They will take the lead here, especially with 30 seconds remaining. This is a long spawn, long way back from the spawns. By the time they get back, if they die quickly, they might just give up on this and go towards hill number 3, and that looks like it might be the case. This Fragout is the last man standing down there in water, but he eventually gets taken out as well, and this is where you start to see that shift. You already see Delana inside the objective. You see Gronky playing in the back. Yeah, he's trying to gain those spawns, but he's falling low, and he's going to die. Pulse is going to take over those spawns now.
Yeah,
now the shot's coming out from Delana.
Off. No, they shielded off the front side, and they lost the spawns on the other way. This might not be good at all for them. If they get wiped here, which they don't, but if they did get wiped, then they would have been able to flood in and have control of spawns and have a shield at the front door where they would have spawned. And this sea hill might have just immediately went out of their favor. Right now, the Fixer is going to be doing his best. He's going to be down in 1. That is Gronky, 61-64, 3-point game currently. Dylan is able to take out the Fixer. Prosper does take out Anvil. In Fragout, Holza downing Ink. Prosper downing Delena. So many trades coming out on this hill point. And it looks like everyone is considering those 30 seconds scrap time.
I only see red in the kill feed room. I don't think those trades are actually trades that are happening. The score is going up for Right Turtle. They're in position to take control of hill number 4. But just as I say that, it's looking like all red in the kill feed. They take out Pulsa, Emis. 2 members down. 4 seconds remaining on that hill 3, which means hill 4 is coming into play right now. Down by 30.
He's already got that Deadeye. He picked it up. He's got it ready.
Yeah, he's ready for some long-range action off the side of the statue here. Has one person in his face, though. D40 helps him out. Emis gets taken out by Ink as well as Pulse. A nice double kill coming from him. Slop all alone on the objective. Has to step off. 2 members did fall for the side of Justus. Prosper being the only member falling for Right Turtle, which means they have the advantage going into this. They have the objective almost 100-85. Someone is sneaking around statue once again. Flashbangs are coming out. That might have flashed his teammate. It did. That might have cost him his teammate's life, but instead he helps him out. Emis, Prosper, Pulsa all getting taken out. This is not looking good for the boys of Right Turtle. Justus controlling the objective with 18 seconds. They don't have the lead, but they know what they need to do. Hold this into sudden death. If they hold it now, they'll actually have 110, and they will have won without sudden death, so they won't need it unless it gets neutralized, which it is. 2 seconds, 1 second. It's going to have to go to overtime. 104, never mind. They can't sustain their lives, and Delana couldn't get there fast enough. Right Turtle ties the series after winning the King of the Hill 2-1. Man, what an exciting end to that matchup. Wasn't as crazy as the the overtime against Best Snake, and it wasn't as big as of a comeback compared to what Right Turtle gave up to Justus before, but still, nonetheless, only 2 points behind with 3 seconds left. They're able to clear them off, and that gives them the win. Let's take a look at the replays. Rome, what happened?
At this one, it came down to just what happened at the very end, winning the gunfights that matter. And at the very, very end, Ink had done so good up until that point. But that time there, he popped his rage, turned the corner, and wasn't able to get any damage on anyone as he did get taken out in that rage. And sadly, his team did get taken out off the point. And if they maybe would have been able to win that exchange, that it all came down to that. When the game is that close, it's a battle of the tiny things. Both teams absolutely performed amazing. EMS absolutely crazy, going crazy with the 3-piece right there with the pistol, as you mentioned. And the dead, oh my goodness, just such beautiful shots, able to hit the headies there. Prosper doing what he does on this Switchblade, showing that he could still beam with that 24S. And now we're going to go to a Skyfell strikeout. We're back here again. These teams have played here before in the first best of 5 that they played in Winners Finals. And, now we're going to see it again. What do you think?
Well, I think I better not see a Dahlia come out. That's
Yeah.
all I have to say. The Skyfell strikeout Dahlia has not worked out. It's 0 for 2 today for Right Turtle if they want a chance at trying to redeem themselves. If they're going to win the respawn straight up and not have to worry about demolition for the second time in this set, they're going to have to win it right here. And, well, Dahlia hasn't worked out for him, to say the least. 2-1, the score in game number 2 on Favela's King of the Hill, which means Right Turtle will tie the series at 1 apiece. Remember, if Right Turtle ends up winning this best of 5, they're not your champions. They have to reset the bracket. Justus Roco has not lost in this tournament thus far. It was the other way around if we go back to last month. Right Turtle were the team coming from the winner's bracket. We have your bans as well. Right Turtle banning out Vi once again, and Justus banning out Lancer again for the second game in a row and our second respawn in a row. So now that you know Lancer is still not available, Vi is still not available, do you expect the Dahlia to come out again there, Rome?
I would only expect it if they are insane, as insanity is failing and repeatedly doing it over and over again and expecting a different result. So let's see if they're going to have a Dahlia. I don't think that will be the case. I think that they've learned their lesson. I think that they will pull out something with a little bit more firepower, as that one revive ended up not being a great idea. Might go someone else with a DMR. There's only a couple of MXR characters, but hey, might see a trench. Who knows, man? If you really want to use that DMR, get some trophies out there. Stop Ink from throwing all these flashes at you and things like that. Might be able to help out. Might be seeing some pocket picks, maybe an anvil. Who knows, man? Who knows what's going to happen when Skyfell strike out? But we're going to go ahead and load right into this bad boy.
Yeah, who knows? Well, we will at the end of this game, and as we are flying into this beautiful Skyfell map, we are just awaiting to see really if the Dahlia is going to come out for Pulsa again. I mean, he does a fantastic job on it, but it just feels irrelevant for this team on this map in this game mode. I'm just so scared, man. We see the Kestrel being locked in. We see Switchblade being locked in on both sides. Talon for Ink this time around, and Pulsa is going to be playing the Chalk with Emis on the Fixer. Fixers on both sides, Switchblades on both sides. Other than that, you have a Chalk Kestrel for Right Turtle, and you have a Seeker Talon for Justus. What do you think about that, Rome? Did I drop out again, or?
No. That was not you. Just okay. A little bit of a hiccup.
I got scared there for a moment. No one said anything. Even production was silent, and I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, quiet storm coming in. But, yeah, I love the double intel coming out of them. Actually, Skyfell's such a big map that you're able to really not know exactly where the enemies are going to be respawning now that spawns are flipping. But, with this Talon Dart, with this Seeker Bow, you're going to be able to do exactly that. You're going to be exactly able to figure out where these teams are staying, which is going to be so important, one, for starting the hill and for retaking, as well for breaking hills. So I really like the Seeker pick from Fragout, actually.
And already Emis finding ways to get some downs and elims. Very much necessary. And Pulsa, look at that. Takes him out. Gronky with the chalk. Something we've seen him play many times before. And oh my goodness, Ink with a double kill immediately off of coming back from the respawn. Throws his dart high up in the air just so he can stay there and gather as much intel as possible when you know that they're going to be crossing from inside what normally is the bomb site there, the little store. Slop and Pulsa helping each other out, taking out Delana. A Seeker arrow coming through, and like you said, this might be the reason why they win this, because they have so much intel they can continue to gather it. They know exactly when the pushes are going to come through. Gronky finds Pulsa. Delana onto Slop. It is looking great for Justus currently. They won this map the last time these two teams played, but they weren't able to win this objective.
Yeah, and right now, currently a 4-point advantage, now a 5-point advantage for the side of Justus. I really like the intel. Like I said, not exactly sure where they're keeping the Talon Dart. It doesn't show up on our mini-map for the spectator, but either way, whatever direction they decide to put it on, that's immediate intel in a direction that they don't have to watch. You see it, first it's on that side, now he's putting it over there, and Ink, such a smart player, gonna know exactly if anyone's coming up near that A site that we see so many players like to use as the entry point to this hill. And this is a very popular hill in Strikeout. We're probably gonna see it back here again eventually during this game.
It also goes to show you, I mean, Delana's usually their talent player, how important it is to have Delana on the Switchblade now. He's starting to make a name for himself with it. Frag out gets taken out. Emis kind of sneaking around, trying to get some more knocks here. They do not have a Talon Dart of their own. Prosper just waiting behind the box like a tiger, hiding in the grass, waiting for his prey to not notice. Frag, nice cross fire coming out from him. He's able to help him down. Prosper going for a revive onto Emis. Maybe thinking it's a lot faster than having to run from a mile away here. Talon Dart comes out. That's perfectly placed. They know exactly that there's two players there. They're going to take them both down. Pretty easily done. Prosper right afterwards. First round goes in favor of Justus.
This is just genius drafting. I feel like this is genius drafting on the side of Justus. They knew that they weren't going to go Ronin on this respawn in Strikeout. They haven't went Ronin yet. They haven't showed it. So why not go Seeker, double reveal? You'll know exactly where they're coming. Slot had 0 downs that round. Prosper held to only 1. Part of it probably because it's just to break a hill when they know exactly where you're at. No idea where they're at, as there is no intel characters on the side of Right Turtle.
Yes, indeed. I think the main, I mean, they did choose Ronin on the demolition, but that was on Canals. Never have they chosen it on Skyfell today or in the past that we know of. Ink finds himself 1, and Frag will take out Slopodopoulos, and already it is not looking good. I mean, the objective is not even unlocked yet, and 3 kills have come through. Right Turtle already on the back foot. Delana finds another onto Pulsa, and just the things he's been able to do. We talked about Prosper being so dominant on Switchblade yesterday and into the beginning of today, but now it's starting to look like Delana has really picked up the slack on this character and is really putting the pedal to the metal, showing what he can be made of. Nice double kill comes out from him onto Slop and Pulsa.
Yeah, right now, current 4-point advantage. Nice shots by Ink on that Deadeye. You might say that he was warming up with it when he was picking it up as Chalk last map, because right now he is beaming with it. But he does get taken out by Slop, unfortunately. And now Pulsa is able to self-revive. Gronky has his goggles ready, is able to 3-tap Emes down to the floor right after Emes takes out Frag. A nice 3-tap in the air on Prosper. And Gronky showing why he is an amazing fixer in these respawn game modes. But he finally does get eliminated. And now we're on with Ink. the potential MVP of this tournament here, as he is flanking on this wide side, trying to make sure that he's able to get a nice pinch on these players, as it's currently a 6-point advantage, and that just keeps on dropping. Ink already was able to down slop on that flank. Polza trying to get in here and do what he can, but he's going to get taken out, and they're already down to 1 life, Blue.
Just the tenacity being shown by Gronky on this fixer, continuing to make plays, as well as Delana. C4 comes out, doesn't find anything from it. Now 2 members right in front of Gronky. But there's also one behind him. Delana couldn't cover him. Finds one Emis, another one. Frag did find another kill himself as well. Emis with a double between Delana and Ink. Finally, he falls to Frag. Everything's starting to fall apart. Pulsa is all alone. This strikeout is not looking good. They got rid of the Dahlia, but they still have not figured it out. 2-0. As we are on game point for Justus.
Prosper got 0 downs that round. The first round, Slop got 0 rounds. Round 2, Prosper got 0 downs, excuse me. That is just something that can't happen in a respawn game mode where it is based off of lives. You can't have a player literally not contribute and only contribute deaths to the side in the round. That just cannot happen.
Half a down per round he's averaging.
Yeah, that is rough. So I kind of want to stay on with Prosper and see why it's so difficult for him on a Switchblade character. Oh my goodness, and he gets absolutely flashed into oblivion, and right now he's getting rocketed as well, and it looks like he's just having an awful day right now on this map. Already a full team wipe coming out. Ink going to be putting that dart there, so anyone coming up that ramp, you're going to be getting revealed, and you're not even going to know that you're revealed. That's the worst part about a Talon Dart, is you don't hear it, you can't see it unless you're glitched, so you have absolutely no idea to know if you're on a gigantic Talon Dart, which they will be if they ever go along that backside. And right there, as you guys see, oh no, Ink was waiting for him and still lost to Slop.
Oh my goodness, look at Gronky. Little hop step around the wall, finds the shots onto Slop's head, picks up another weapon, being the Riptide, helped out with another kill on the other side, and now Pulsa in front of him. Only 7 respawns available. You know, despite the onslaught that is happening, they're only up by 4, so a couple kills did come through for Right Turtle. The main thing about the Talon, or the Glitch and Talon Dart reveals, is that, you know, Glitch, you definitely will never know if he can see you until it's too late, or you have to guess. Gronky, Ink, finding some downs once more. They have control of the objective, and now the lead is starting to grow as they full wiped Right Turtle in that last fight, taking away 4 respawns, leaving them with only 3. But make that 2 now that Delana has taken out Slop and finished him off. Emish turns and burns Delana, but he's been revealed by the Seeker arrow, and that means they're going to get aggressive with some crossfires set up. Ink has to back up with his life in his hands. Nice 3 shots from Emish, takes out Frag, but Prosper was taken out earlier as well. He's still down, getting the revive to come through. They don't want to play too aggressive because they've got a nice bounce nade from Frag. That takes out Prosper and Slop. No respawns available. Both members being finished off. Ink's going to finish them off himself. Frag finds another one, and it is a 3-0 victory for Justus Roco here in game number 3, being the strikeout on Skyfell. You know, they listened. They finally realized Dahlia doesn't work there. They put it away, and they pull something else out, being the Kestrel. It's just nothing else, being the Switchblade. Prosper, it just did not work out for him. He had a really tough game, and because of that, they lose 3-0. Replays coming in. Rome, Justus are looking flawless.
Yeah, they were looking extremely good. And like I said, I felt like that just came down to the picks, having all that intel, the seeker bow that does come back up so often on a map like this. I've said it time and time again, they are the best team at adapting. They realized their biggest issue on this map. They said, we have no idea which way they're coming from when they spawn because it's such a big map. Well, now we're going to figure it out, make it easier on ourselves. They're not going to go Ronin. They're going to get revealed left, right, and center. And as you guys can see, they're just checking reveals. They're checking mini maps. That's all they need to look at because they have so much intel, which is exactly what you want to see is them adapting on this map. And to go up 3-0, looking like final form, Justus, Roco showing out, and they are one map away from being your $10,000 Rogue Company champions. Is it going to be on Breach, King of the Hill?
I don't know. I was going to say we're going to Breach for game 4. It will be a King of the Hill. If they end up running that same strategy that they did last time on Breach, it is not going to work out in their favor. They might just have to go to the Skyfell demo, and that's exactly what happened. The game 4 was a Breach last time, didn't work out. Their strategy was abysmal, and it led them to going to a game 5 where they won it on the demo. But this time, they might change up their strategy. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe they know that they're stronger on demolition. We'll see how it goes. 3-0 in game number 3. Skyfell the strikeout, so it's 2-1 in favor of Justus, Roco. And like Rome mentioned, if Justus wins any of the next 2 games, if needed, we'd go to a game 5. If they win any of these 2, they will be your champions. Right Turtle, though, the defending champions actually need to win the next 2 games just for a bracket reset and a chance at defending their title. But we'll see. Can't wait to see what the bans will be going into this. I mean, I'm going to take a wild guess here and say that it will be Vi and Lancer. And we are just now getting word it is Vi and Lancer. So I was correct. Are you expecting the same compositions to come out this time around?
I'm expecting the same type of compositions. We might see a little bit different. The Talon might be used on this map. Ink might say, I liked how the Talon felt. You might just also go back right to the chalk. We might see a different band come out as well. Excuse me. It is going to be the same band. So I'm surprised we're not going to see different band. I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised that Right Turtle is going with the same bands.
All right, Rome.
But it's
check me out, right?
It's what they decide to do, man.
They're going with the same bands, Rome. As we hop into the game right now, I'm just going to break this down for you. Switchblade. Imagine having all of that coming at you, paired with an EMP from the man Dima, right? So if we could see some Dima in this game, these are nice objectives for Dima. Come on, think about it. Hill number 4, number 3 as well. Come on, man. I can see some Dima coming out here. EMPs, baby. Not just his ult, not just the Mamba, not just the grenade, but the EMPs. Come on, Frag. Frag.
If there's going to be an EMP character, I would expect it to be Scorch most likely.
Yeah, just because she does have that Molly capability. Yada, yada. Delena's thinking about it. He can hear me. I will will it into existence. Come on, Delena. All right, picking the Switchblade.
And we got a mirror match right now. Switchblade, Anvil, Chalk, and Fixer on both sides. This is going to be an explosive, high-paced matchup. Only 2 people cannot be flashed, and there's going to be 8 flashes on the map. So it is going to be a sad day for the Fixers unless they're able to dodge a bunch of flashes. So we'll see how this is going to be going for them. I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. Essentially, everyone has to outplay the other character. So we're going to have Emes going up against Gronky, and that's always been an amazing matchup for us to watch for months on months end. And now we get to see it here yet again. 1 map away is Justus, Roco. Few minutes away from potential glory, man. $1,500 each for first place. That is not chump change. That is a nice chunk of change for these players. And they are going to be flying in right now. Ink, the man, the myth, the legend. If I had to give anyone MVP, it's got to be him right now. Because they are up 2-1.
All right, Rome.
He's going on this
You're
chop
voting
deep.
for your MVP. You're voting for your MVP only 12 games into the NFL season right now. So you got to just wait and see if they can close it out here. Maybe some spectacular plays could come through. But for the time being, that is not what is happening. Delana takes out Prosper. Pulsa did find Ink, but already the objective being controlled by Justus. 5 points on the board for Right Turtle won't be enough. Nice shots coming out from Gronky. Delana finds Slop as well, and it is looking like the Just Us show for the time being. Maybe they're just going to go for hill number 2 with only 15 seconds remaining on this first one. Remember, only 55 seconds total for hill number 1, 75 for the other 3. Nice shots once again coming out from Gronky as he's just trying to get any damage he can. And he finds those shots. Oh my goodness, he got shot first as well. Had a little bit of help from Frag on that anvil. And Delana finds 1, 2. Finishes him off, but it won't be enough. As Delana finds a triple kill. Can he dodge? No, he cannot. He's going to end up going down to the enemy switchblade here. But the objective still in control by Justus. They are taking a commanding lead into hill number 2.
Yeah, right now 50 points already on the board, and they have the spawns. Like I said, you want to be on the lower side of here, because right now all they're trying to do is contest, as these players are still going to try to flood out this backside where Frag and Gronky are coming from. But when you have spawns on this B hill, it's very easy to get back on the site, and that's exactly what they were able to do. But the C4 from Pulsa taking out both of them, going absolutely massive. Ink now in a big 1v1 against Slopadopoulos. And he's not even going to take it. It looks like he's going to go ahead and go to the next hill. He's debating it right now. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and move on to the next hill, giving up that scrap time as it's only 10 seconds remaining. Not really worth fighting for, as Gronky is about to be in war at the back of this site, and he's going to need some assistance as he has a C4, and he's going to get C4'd.
But he gets taken out by a C4 from Emis before he has the time to even click his C4s. Little device there. Emis finds Gronky once again with the Deadeye after he gets revived. Prosper finds one himself. And Ink finally making his way onto the objective. He ended up at the end of Hill 2. He kind of was trying to play Lurker, seeing if anyone would cross late who was picking up the garbage time, and he can catch them off guard, but he ended up dying. So he finally has made his way to Hill 3. Slop finds Delana, Gronky, Ink, Frag, all finding a kill apiece. And now they start to gather some more points once again. Bounce nade comes through. The spawn's not in favor for Right Turtle here on Hill 3. Only 20 seconds remaining as well. I think it's about time they give it up and go for the next. Yeah, it would be possibly 100 to 46, but still, you are the better Fourth Hill team, and you've proven it time after time, minus today, a few times, a few moments. Prosper finds Frag with the Chaos Launcher, but Delana trades that out with Pulsa. 104 to 48. Hill number 4 now, the final one, ticking away. In control by Right Turtle. Rome, this could go down to the wire once again. We could see a nice sudden death between these two teams for about the 8,000th time.
Yeah, it looks like it most likely will, unless they're going to be able to break this hill one time. It's going to come down. We always talk about that 30-second mark. That is such an important fight for the rest of this game. And this first round, going up 1-0 is a big advantage, man, as it is first to 2. It's so big going up 1-0. Like, once you go up 1-0, cool. Now you immediately have a 66% chance of winning the game. Why? Because you already got 33 halfway done. So there's only 2 more rounds available. There's only 33% that you can win each round. And if you're able to get the first one, you're halfway there. And right now, oh my goodness, picking up the Maw and mowing them down with it, getting the life drain proc. Ink absolutely going off. Frag out staying on as long as he can. But eventually that Molly is going to push him off. He is down to 20 HP. 2 players are going to be up top. Everyone's contesting now, and we got a sudden death, Blue.
Yeah, but just as you say there's a sudden death, they clear out Slop, who was the only one contesting, so they win the first round. They are now 1 round away from taking home July's championship. $10,000 on the line at the start of yesterday, today being day 2 of our tournament. And it has all come down to this final round. Right Turtle need to win this game to survive, but first they need to win a round just to force an overtime. King of the Hill, you only need 2 rounds to win, and Right Turtle are on their back heels. Everything on the line at this moment. Just Us Roco. 4 minutes and 45 seconds away from possibly returning to glory after a 1-month hiatus of being at the top after losing to this very squad. Right Turtle. Couple kills coming through. Gronky finds one. Delana finishes him off. Ink with a Semtex that finds a double kill. Emis took out Ink, but Ink from beyond the grave finds a double. And then, well, he picks himself back up. That is the plays that you are looking for out of Ink. Nice shots coming from the pistol out of Gronky. That almost looked like an automatic there for a moment, but fear not, that's his trigger finger. Ink finds Pulsa once again. Ink then finally gets taken out from across. Emis with the dead eye, but Gronky returns fire. Prosper finds another one onto Delana, but I don't think it's enough. The flashbang comes out. Can he finally find a kill? Yes, he can. Pulsa finishes that off. Emis helped them out. 51-3. Second hill being controlled by Right Turtle. We've seen this story before, however. Hill number 3 and 4, that's really what cost them the game. And like you said, Rome, you want to hold that bottom side, which is kind of weird. If you go by just normal gaming shooter standards, you want to hold the high ground. But this time around, it doesn't work out because the spawns are a lot closer if you're on that side.
Yeah, and it looks like they were actually able to fully push them out, and that is the thing. If you have those spawns, what you want to do on the opposite side is not only get the kills, but once you get the kills, you have to push out that spawn side to make sure they don't. And look at this, Gronky's actually going back for a little bit of scrap time. He's going to take that 1v1 on the other side of the map, so that's going to be interesting. I guess we'll pay attention to this and see how this is going to go. 18 seconds, they might just contest it. Rocket launcher going to come out, and now Gronky's going to extremely regret even going over there, as he met his maker with that rocket launcher. But we got ourselves an even game going into hill number 3, baby.
Hill number 3 has unlocked at this moment. 1:15 on the clock for it. That's 75 total points. 57-57. It's all even, but Justus starting to gather some points since they had control of that site before it procced. Now Prosper stuck in a predicament, did not get flashbang. Semtech comes out, that does enough damage. Ink finishes him off. And Ink playing that lurking position where anyone who's trying to cross over from hill 2 to 3 is getting shut out by him. Last round it didn't work to perfection, but this time it does. And he has full control of it. Speaking of full control, this objective fully controlled. Maybe Right Turtle has given this up just like their opponents did in the first matchup here on Breach. As you can see, Prosper and Slop setting up for hill number 4. Pulsa's kind of bouncing back and forth between the two, gathering some intel. Now the hill outline is there, but it's still 10 seconds until it's going to start giving up some points. 118-57. That is 61 points they trail by, and they're going to have to make them all up here on this 4th hill. They can do so without having to proc sudden death, but I don't think that'll be the case. Prosper finds Gronky. Ink, though, found Pulsa with the Semtex once again. Just the spectacular plays that he's been able to make with these Semtexes all day today. It's really helped himself propel his team into a winning position. Emis finds one, then picks up a D40 and finds a second. But speaking of D40Cs, Ink has one in his hand, finds Slopadopoulos with it. Prosper and Delana trading out kills once more. 80 points on the board, but it is being controlled by Justus once more. 135 and counting. 13 points, 12 points away from closing this out. 10 seconds is all that remains for Justus to take control, and there's 20 left on the clock. Emis finds one with a C4, a second one with the Deadeye. He takes control. Slop back on the objective, however. And now here come the rotations off the respawns. 5 seconds remaining. Sudden death is needed. 92 and counting. The kills are coming through. Emis had to pick up a 24S. He ends up going down. Slop finds another one. 99, 100, 40-point deficit in sudden death. They have to hold this the entire time. They have to hold this for 41 seconds. Make that 31 seconds now. Slop, the only man still in there. Gronky still finds a way to get a kill, but Frag finds Slop. That's massive because that's the man who's been holding the objective the entire time. Now the big stuff's coming in, and that is what ends it. Your champions, Justus Roco. They return to glory. They needed to hold it for 31 seconds. They held it for about 8 more. They take out Slop, and he was the main man, the main anchor holding down that objective. But they come in with the big guns. Most notably, that Chaos Launcher. It does enough damage to Pulsa to push him off. They touch the objective just for 1 more second, and they gain control. They win it 2-0 in game number 4. Justus Roco take control and win. Oh my goodness. Rome, as we take a look at some of these series replays coming through, just explain to us what happened there, because a team that is most notably known as the Kings of the Respawn just fell because of the respawn.
Yeah, and this one, it looks like, at least in the Skyfell, as you guys can see, it was just the Talon with the Seeker, the combination of the intel right next to the Seeker, or excuse me, right next to the Fixer and the Switchblade. It was just extremely good to see how they were playing this one out, able to never, ever give these leads up, trying to do his best on this Fixer, leading right into this King of the Hill where he was just absolutely mowing them down. Gronky doing what he does best. Frag, we haven't seen him on Anvil yet, but he definitely performed well on it, able to do exactly what his team needed him to do to win this bad boy 2-0 and be the $10,000 champions. Justus Roco.
Yes, Justus Roco. They returned to glory. They won the first 4 $10,000 events. Then they ended up losing that 5th one in the month of June to Right Turtle. But the defending champions, Right Turtle, just couldn't repeat for the 2nd time in a row. Couldn't give themselves that 2nd title. It will go in favor of Justus Roco, who have now won, 5 out of 6 $10,000 events. But I heard we're going to have a player interview with the winning team coming up very shortly. So as we're waiting for that, I mean, do you have any other thoughts about what just happened, what just transpired, what we just watched? Because they won 2 out of their 3 times were the respawns, and look how dominant they were in them. I mean, 3-0 on Strikeout, 2-0 on the King of the Hill. They almost were able to win the first King of the Hill, but that was a 2-1, so they pushed that to overtime. I mean, they were just dominant in a game mode that they were just lackluster against Right Turtle in the month before.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's just they started to figure it out. They're starting to figure out how to play each of these maps exactly to their best ability. And the Vi kept on getting banned, but the Chalk was terrorizing them. And it honestly, Ink having him back on the squad, it showed a big difference between the difference of him and Highlight. No offense to Highlight, but Ink was just doing some things that it seemed like only he could do today, as he was on one on the Chalk almost the entire time until we saw him on the Talon on Skyfell on that Strikeout, which was really, really nice to see them playing with all that intel, using it so smartly. You love to see it, man. I love to see the big brain plays. They adjusted, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the bracket as a whole. Let's go ahead and check this bad boy out.
And there you are, the winner's bracket. How did we get to where we are? Well, Justus Roco, they took down Stush Gaming, who made it into the tournament as the 16th seed through the tie-breaking tournament. Remember, there was only 3 qualifiers, but a couple teams tied for those 15th and 16th seed, those being Stush Gaming and Mr. McCooey. both of them losing in the first round. Justus Roco beating them, and then they go against Beefy Magpie, the next gen console team that is, with players like Sinmade and Sniper, who are tremendously improving over the course of their time here. They end up falling as well. And then, of course, High Donkey. They put up a good fight against Justus, but they ended up falling as well. Right Turtle on the other side of the bracket. They took down Beefy Alligator, and then, of course, they took down Best Snake, took down Homie Squad, lost to Justus Roco in the winners finals, had to go and play Best Snake again in the losers finals, beat them 3-1, and then had to come back and play Justus Roco more in the grand finals. Had to force a bracket reset, but couldn't even do that as Justus Roco were just too strong. And that are your champions. And that is how they got here. Man, what a ride.
Yeah, it was really awesome to see Justus, getting picked up by the org this month and able to bring home a championship to that org in its first month. I'm sure they're extremely happy about that. Justus just seemed a cut above the rest, and what really stood them out was their clutch plays. So many tight areas where you have to have so much gun skill, you have to have so much utility usage ability with that. It's so many things that they just do at a top tier level repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly, and they've refined those skills and shown them over and over again. And like they did today, they were amazing in the strikeout, they were amazing in the King of the Hill. They really showed that they stepped up in respawn, and it seems like they've been in the lab and doing some research. That's what it seems like to me.
Well, two things really gave Justus Roco the edge in winning today's championship, if you ask me. One, Ink is back in that lineup. I mean, no offense to highlight. He's a tremendous player, but Ink, it just feels like he fits in better with this lineup. They won it in May together. He left. They lost it. He comes back. They win it again. So that would be, of course, I mean, you said he would be your MVP. He's my MVP for today as well, but that would be the biggest reason why, or what gave them the edge. And then also, like you mentioned, time after time after time, they've just gotten so much better at their respawns. I mean, look at the dominant scores that they put up, 3-0 and then a 2-0 in two straight respawns against a team that dominated them last month in the championship in respawns. Wow.